We have a lot to talk about. We have had the TikTok algorithm has been changed, abducted, stolen, Epstein. Taken over by Oracle and what's the guy's name? Is Larry Ellison has changed our algorithms completely. If you don't understand what happened in TikTok, basically China owned TikTok for a while. The U.S. said, we don't want China in our business. We want to own it ourselves. China shouldn't be able to spy on our people. We're already spying on our people. We need to be the only ones spying on our people. So the U.S. bought back TikTok, and immediately the algorithm crashed. So it was, you'd post a video, you'd get 0 views. I went on a couple famous people's accounts. They were getting 0 views. So I was like, okay, thank God it's not me. And it turns out that I guess this new algorithm shift, which I'm going to break it down for you guys in this video, the way that TikTok was, if you imagine going to a street festival or a street carnival, there's sideshow acts, there's clowns, there's monkeys, Burning Man, a lady with a beard, so many odd, cool, relevant, and interesting talents. There's educational booths. You're walking through TikTok, and you can stop at any booth you want. Some booths get more crowds than others because of the vibe. So if you like their vibes, you go in their tent, you see what they're about. That was how TikTok 1.0 went. TikTok 2.0 is all about what do you do, explain what you do, and it's about the searching. So the For You page has become more of a search engine like a Google or a YouTube, where they want to sort you into a hat, versus how it was where it was, anybody's welcome. You could blow up on an instant. That's just the way ChatGPT kind of explained it to me when I punched in what TikTok had released about what had been going on with the algorithm shift. So if you imagine TikTok 1.0 was like a carnival, TikTok 2.0 is like a work conference. So there are rooms with booths and exhibits, and you know exactly where you're going. You get a map. So if you're interested in comedy, you're going to get all comedy on your feed from now on. If you're interested in this type of comedy, you're going to see this type of creator. So it's become a lot more like Instagram, where I go on TikTok now and it automatically opens me up to the same exact video that I just watched like 10 seconds ago or last time I was on the app. Instagram does the same thing where it's like I'll doom scroll on there, but it kind of sends me in a loop where it'll show me videos that I already watched because it's taking me through the same categories that it thinks I like emotionally. Whatever it's reading off my face, they're like, oh, you sad sack of shit. We're going to keep showing you this video about these puppies. And it'll keep going that way. TikTok, what I loved about TikTok was the discovery page, the For You. Like, I would find people based off their vibes, man. And now it's like, they're just giving me white, blue-eyed guys. I'm getting a lot more sex on my TikTok. It's a lot more like my Instagram page. I'm getting a lot more ads. I've seen more stuff about Trump than I ever have before. And this is just my observations in the first week of TikTok 2.0. It's very hard to get over 300 views now. I was getting about 100,000, sometimes 1 million views on these posts. And now it's like on my everyday TikTok, I can barely crack 300. It could be a quality problem, so there's definitely some stuff I've been doing. Like, I still can't post stuff about my life. People are like, I don't fucking care who you are. I don't like you. Like, I don't want to see your family. I don't want to see your foot. Like, so I think as creators, we kind of get in that web where I don't want to be in a niche. I want to just be able to live my life, film it, and show you guys and have that be enough. That's really ultimately the type of content I want to be able to put out. But they're like, who the fuck is Alex Vargas? Who's visitor parking? So I have to kind of find my niche first, give it to you guys, and then go from there. So it's definitely been mind-shattering, especially with the flu. Oh my God, it was nasty. It was nasty. I don't recommend Flu A for anybody. I was sweating. I couldn't sleep. My wife was angry at me because I went to Nashville last week, and I left her, and she was sick as shit, and the baby was sick. So we have just been dealing with that. So honestly, this episode is really just a life update of what I've been going on. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions about TikTok 2.0, feel free to ask me. But it's funny because even though I'm not a million video view creator, I still, well, that's wrong. Because even though I am someone who can get on here and do, 1 million, 5 million views on a post, my following base is only about 4,000 people. So it's like, it's hard because I'm still figuring out what I want to do with social media. I seem to have a much better response on YouTube, so I'm going to make more YouTube videos. But when I start to talk about myself like this, I don't think people want to hear that. People want to be informed. They want educational content. This is just me free thinking. So with further ado, let's get into it. We have a Super Bowl